Hello pupils. Today we will talk on the advantages of using computers. That is, what benefits do we have or do we obtain when we use computers? So let's start. First, it helps us to do our task, our work much faster. Let's take an example. You want to send someone a letter, or you want to send someone a message. Long ago, we sent it through letters. But now it is done much faster by what? By emails or by social media platforms like WhatsApp. For example, you are sending me a letter. It can take a day or 2 days to reach to me. But if you send me an email or a message by WhatsApp, I will receive it immediately. So, sending the message is much faster through email or WhatsApp. Now, another method how the computer helps us to do our task much faster. For example, you have to search for a particular information. So how will you do it? Will you go to a library to search through several books, or will you do it through the internet? Of course, we will do it through the internet, because on one click after typing what you are searching, you will receive the information much faster comparing to searching the information through several books. Another advantage is that the computer helps us to reduce the wastage of resources. For example, what? For example, if you are buying newspapers every day you buy a newspaper, you keep, after reading, you keep it at home. Therefore, you will receive lots of newspapers at home. Compared, if you go on the internet, you can get the newspaper online. You don't need to buy the newspaper hard copy. Therefore, if you don't buy the newspaper hard copy, does it reduce the use of papers? There will be less wastage of papers. And you will also get your information or the news online. Another way how we can reduce the wastage is that we can use interactive whiteboards and also interactive pens. When we use interactive pens, do we really need to buy whiteboard markers? No. So, we are reducing the wastage of whiteboard markers, and we don't really need to buy them. In a way, we are reducing our cost also. And how can we reduce wastage of papers again? Instead of writing every letter on papers or preparing your project on papers, can't we use the computer and save a copy of our letter or save a copy of our project? Yes, and it will be easier to search, or it will be easier to correct when we are using our computer. And also when we are saving our work on our computer, will there be loads of paper being wasted or being kept at a place? No, everything will be saved on our computer, so we won't be wasting papers. Another advantage of using computers, you have seen it during the pandemic. Have you gone to school? No, you have remained at home. And how your classes have been conducted? It has been conducted online. So, computers facilitate the communication with people like our friends. We can communicate with our teacher or with our friends much easier through our computer. Or the teachers can conduct a meeting without moving from one place to another. They can do it through their computer. And one last advantage that we will see is that the computer never does any mistakes. For example, here I am telling the computer to print this document. So, when the computer is printing the document, will it print another document that I have not specified? No, it will print the document that I have selected. So there is no chance of doing an error. Another example. Okay? If you are telling your computer to search for a specific document, will it do any error? No, because you are telling the computer the name of the file. But if you tell a person, search a specific file for me, there is a chance that the person does an error. Whereas with a computer, there is no chance that the computer will search for another document. So let's do a small recap of the advantages that we have seen. You can note it. You can note from now. Advantages of using computers. Number 1. It helps us to do our task much faster. Second advantage, it helps us to reduce the wastage of resources. Third, it allows us to communicate with people easier. Fourth, the computer never does any mistakes. These are the 4 advantages that we have seen. Let me move it so that you can see well. These are the advantages that we have discussed. So, if you find another advantages that you can discuss with me, you can always contact me. Okay? These are the advantages that are easier for you to remember, and especially through the examples that I have provided you. I hope that you have enjoyed the lesson of today. Thanks for your attention.